Picking on me, not helping.
Thanks. Have a good day. Thanks. Yeah, feel safer? Okay. Right? Poor thing.
You just was kicking my
Hey,
butt.
shoppers, we've got dinner covered for you every night this week with our dinner stations. Hey, Greg, the 131, please, team 131. Wednesday, get a pint of entree from Muscatine, $4.99. Thursday, burger and fries from Harvey Grill Express, guest prices. It's $4.99. And Fridays, 16-inch cheese or pepperoni bits ready to go $4.99. Dinner made easy.
Right on top, okay? Next time your wife tells you to do something, by God, you do it. I know how that happens. You don't got a full percent.
Carry on.
Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday. Welcome to Hy-Vee Today. This is Tony Tone. Good to be with you on the Friday of Labor Day weekend. So a lot of you probably have Monday off. We will be open for business here at Hy-Vee should you need anything. And today starts a big old fuel saver. So if you like saving money at the gas pump, today and tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, you can have a chance to do that. We'll talk about that later in the show because we have a lot of ground to cover. Also, later we'll talk about high school football. Teams like Muscatine are in action tonight. Wilton, Wapello, we've got the entire schedule. And we look forward to hopefully being able to get the games in before it starts to rain. I mentioned this yesterday. If you have looked at the forecast for this weekend, and it's really too bad because there's a lot going on, and maybe the rain will miss Muscatine County. That would be great. Just go give it to Cedar County or Johnson County. Let us have some sunshine. I can't control the weather yet, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And I do want to mention that if you stopped in for dinner last night here at the store, Chef Tess had this pork chop that was almost as big as my head, and I have a huge head. I stopped back to the store. This pork chop was like that thick, and wow. I should have just asked for one sample of a whole pork chop, but I didn't. I didn't want to be rude. So a lot of ground to cover today. ready to kick off the weekend. So we will be doing a show next Monday. Keep that in mind, a Labor Day show. We will not have a show next Friday the 7th or Monday the 10th because I'm taking 2 days off. Steve Graham taking some time off. Just like you. That's good. Oh, are they? Perfect. Okay, that's great. So they're not coming in today?
No,
Okay.
They didn't use modern technology.
Perfect.
They're down in Mount Pleasant.
All right, good. We're learning about some second guests that potentially won't be joining us today. That's all right. Let's get to our first guests who are here for their first time. We have, to my right, Mark Krieger, who's the Vice President of Marketing for Kent Nutrition Group. And then to Mark's right is Carol Reynolds, Vice President of Human Resources and Communications with the Kent Corporation. Mark.
Good morning.
Pleasure. Carol.
Good morning.
I'm so glad that you guys are here. And I think that you guys should be on this show Monday through Friday. What do you think?
No.
No? Okay.
We're doing
Honored
one,
to
see
be
how it
here
goes.
today.
Yeah,
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
Response. How about, no, you're very busy people, so the fact that you're here, I appreciate it, and we'd be remiss if we didn't say, hi, Millie, and thanks for making this happen.
Exactly.
Hi, Millie.
Millie Morris.
Thanks for having us, Tony. Appreciate
Oh, gosh, my pleasure. So Millie's a former coworker of mine, still a friend that helped facilitate this, so I'm very happy that you're here. And Mark, I feel like as far as Kent Nutrition and KNG Gives, we had talked about this briefly a couple weeks ago when Charla Schaefer sat on this show with the Community Foundation. So KNG Gives with Kent Nutrition Group is an opportunity for Kent Nutrition Group to identify needs in Muscatine.
Right.
We know that there's people that are, how do we say it? They don't have enough food. I know that's not the correct term.
Yeah,
They're-
food insecurity.
Thank you.
Yep.
Food insecurity. So if we back up a second, how long has KNG Gives been around?
So last year was our first year
Fantastic.
with KNG Gives, and
Sure.
so KNG Gives is really a wrapper for a lot of our volunteer efforts, a lot of our charity work.
Okay.
So one of those programs is the program we have for food insecurity in Muscatine and Louisa County. So that's what that program is about. So we support Louisa and Muscatine County.
So working with the community foundation seems to make sense because
Correct.
obviously their slogan, giving greater, and that's sort of what y'all are trying to do. So that partnership, and I'm glad that we pulled it up off the community foundation website. Even just seeing that, to know that there's kids in our communities that are going hungry or they don't know where their next meal is coming from, that's a tough thing to look at. So that's what's so empowering about businesses like Kent Nutrition Group, that you're stepping up to the plate to help solve that, right?
Yeah. So about 20% of the children in Muscatine County are food insecure. So there's about 2,300 kids that struggle with food insecurity, which basically means that one time or more throughout the year, they don't know where their food's coming from. They don't have enough food. So it is a big deal in Muscatine County, and we're happy to be able to help with that.
And Carol, for sure, with the Kent Corporation side of things celebrating 90 years and being a tremendous supporter of all the communities that you're in, I mean, it just makes sense. One of the things that I have written down, and this is my perspective as an outsider, I mean, certainly y'all are there, but it seems like one of the philosophies at Kent is to empower your employees, your team, to give of themselves. So you provide them with a great opportunity to work for a wonderful company that's got such longevity in various capacities. But then is it something that starts with Gage and the crew at the top that just, I mean, do you have to sign something that says you're going to be involved? Because it seems like everybody's involved, which is a great thing.
Yeah, it is. We're really blessed, Mark and I both, to work for an organization with such a rich history. The company that Mark is involved with, Kent Nutrition Group, is celebrating their 90th years and this year, and that is how our organization really was founded. That's the legacy company. So it's really cool that this program, this generous program, really reflects that same rich history.
Sure.
We have a set of core values that I think all of our employees really buy into, and they really understand at a deep level that Muscatine is our home. It's where we work, it's where we play, it's where we raise our families, and so giving back to Muscatine in that way is really an important thing for our employees. So we have a whole host of volunteer opportunities that our employees take part in, just too numerous to mention, but
Right, sure.
This is certainly one of those great things, and we have a lot of others involvement with MCSA, for example. We sponsored a couple days there. We have done Habitat for Humanity,
Sure.
we're Rebuild Muscatine, you know, all of the things really to try to make this a great community.
Is it true that if you work like in the offices or maybe in the roles that both of you have, do you have to live in Muscatine? Is that part of the deal? I thought I've heard that over the years, and that seems like, I love that because I've only been here 6 years, don't have any plans to leave, but it would only make sense to me. But is that true?
Well, although every employer has a different perspective, because we love Muscatine and it is our home, we strongly encourage all of our recruiting employees who are coming here to have their job, if they can live in Muscatine, then we really strongly encourage that. In our higher level roles in our organization, we say we want you to be part of this community, take an active role on a board, be involved in a charitable effort. So yeah, strongly encouraged.
Yeah, no, I think it's fabulous. Do you have any idea how many people are employed under the Kent umbrella? Like, if you put up that umbrella, I mean, there's a lot that falls under it, and we're going to unpack some of that, but just, is there a number of, I mean, it's got to be a couple thousand.
Yeah,
people,
we employ
right?
about 2,000 employees in all subsidiaries, all companies. So we're growing, and we're really excited that we have that many people on our team. Yeah, contributing. Each in the, not all of those are based here in Muscatine, obviously, but each of those carry forward the same mantra, which is to try to make a difference in their own community.
And I believe, if I remember correctly, having seen something on the Kent Feeds Facebook page, like Gage and some of the crew were going to each location as part of the 90th anniversary to visit. Is that true?
Yes.
They're going to each plant. Is that the right word? I don't know. I'm such a layman with all this stuff. Like,
So we have 15 plants throughout the U.S. and so Gage and a bunch of our senior staff are going to go visit each plant this year as just a way to say thank you to the plant employees and recognize them for what they do every day. And so we've done 2 so far, and we've got 13 to go, but we'll get them all in before the end of the year.
It's a pretty incredible story to have a family-owned business, and that's the picture I was referring to that I saw.
Yeah.
What a testament! I mean, 90 years in business, guys. That's no small task. I mean, this is a big deal to have 90 years of strengthening the employee, the communities that you serve, and the employees. Certainly, I mean, I imagine over that course of 90 years, there's been people that have started their career and been able to retire and provide for their family, and then give back. So we have 2nd and 3rd generation employees with the company. So yeah, 90 years is a great way to celebrate. And so we've been doing that throughout the year, and we've had all kinds of events that we've been doing through the year. So yeah, well, one of the pictures that we saw, which was pretty cool, is a trip to Washington to the White House. So being able to be recognized, and there's a great picture of Gage and Jimmy, and they quite the setup. And I talked to Gage briefly about this at the Muscatine Charities event a few weeks ago. And I mean, hanging out with the vice president,
right?
No pressure, guys, right?
That was a cool event, that's for sure. So
the cool cucumber, you start to see. I imagine when you see these folks in person, you know, it's wow. But I was really impressed. Of course, this is a great celebration for the 90th anniversary. But I told Gage, I said, more so than that, like, you guys just looked really good. Like, the setup was, I mean, they represented everything that Kent does, in my opinion. I mean, I thought that all looked great. Yeah, and we had about a week to figure it out. Oh my gosh. So we found out Thursday before we went the following Sunday. But yeah, it was a great opportunity. We represented the state of Iowa. We're the only company from the state of Iowa invited there, and represented the agriculture industry. So we were the only ag company there as well. So really an honor to be there. Very proud to be there and represent the employees and the people of Kent. So, is it a phone call? Does somebody get an email? And you look at the phone, like your caller ID says White House, and you're like, well, there was a near miss there. So, oh my gosh. So the story behind that is I got an email from Gage's secretary, a voicemail that said somebody from the White House has called, and I thought it was junk mail, so I deleted it. Wow. So I went back and thought, no, that might not want to delete that one. So I called him back, and it was legit. So that is amazing. So yeah, we've got it put together in a short amount of time, and it was a great event. So in the background of a couple of those pictures, we saw things like the different animal feeds. Right. And I think that, you know, recently on the Kent Feeds Facebook page. So Ryan, if you go to the page, I just want to look at some of the different products. And Mark, you can speak to this. Like, obviously, social media is important in 2018,
Sure.
but I think you guys have done a really good job showing some of the processes behind putting the different feeds together,
Yep.
the products that are available.
Yeah, so we just launched this line. This is called our Home Fresh line.
Okay.
It's a premium line of backyard feeds. So if we've got for poultry, for pigs, for sheep, for goat, for rabbits. So it's a great line of products. Just launched it about 3 weeks ago. You can find it in any of our Kent dealers or any of the fleet chain stores around here, like Blaine's Farm and Fleet and so on. So, yeah, so this is just a little bit of what we do. We also do feed for commercial animals and so on.
Yeah, so celebrating 90th anniversary, there's been a lot of fun giveaways, but yeah, I mean,
Right.
like these are a lot of products, and I wonder how long, Mark, did like a Home Fresh take before it's in the stores? I mean, is that R&D for years?
Yeah, so this project took us about 18 months to put together. So we also have a sister brand out east called Blue Seal.
Okay.
So that brand runs from about Ohio east, Maine to Florida.
Sure.
They actually are celebrating their 150th year this year. So we combined Home Fresh between those two brands. It took us about a year and a half to put that together and bring it to market.
That's an exciting product too, because there are so many people that are becoming sort of, I don't want to say a hobby farmer, but
Right.
I mean,
Right.
backyard
farming.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
want to know where your food comes from, right?
sure.
Have your own eggs, have your own meat. So
I have a friend of mine, well, former Channel 6 anchorman, Gary Mativier, had a pet pig
Yeah.
for a while.
There you
And
go.
that would be a product that somebody like that, I mean, it just makes sense, right? So you're taking care of someone that's got a large operation,
Right.
right? And then someone that, like me, maybe I don't know if my wife would want to have a pet pig. I would like to name that pig Future Bacon, but I don't think that would be nice either. Right?
Yeah,
Maybe.
you never know.
But the rabbit food's exciting. My wife
Right.
had rabbits growing up. So it seems like the future is very bright for Kent Corporation, Kent Nutrition Group, and again, the commitment to giving back really says a lot, you know. And I think that for what people sometimes forget about Muscatine is that, like, we're pretty fortunate to have Muscatine be the headquarters for so many of these great companies that are doing things every single day. The problem is sometimes we don't know about it. You know, people don't understand what's going on. There's the Blue Seal website,
Right.
so you can check that out. And then one of the products that I was excited to learn about, Carol, I didn't learn about this until a couple of years ago when Ragbri came to town, was the Squincher Squeezer. This stuff is amazing. So
right.
listen, y'all, if you have like hot, and listen, there's going to be hot and humid days. Think about this past weekend, and this is a product you can get here at Hy-Vee. You stick this in the freezer, and there's no better way to feel good on a hot day, Carol. I mean,
That's right.
this is an electrolyte freezer pop.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Very popular, right? And that comes from
awesome.
Kent Precision Foods Group, which is our human food arm. And really, you know, it's an interesting story because our organization is really tied to this sort of, you know, the premise around food and food needs for the world. And that's one of the things that our mission really says is that there are some givens in the world, and that's going to be that there's an increased population, right? And people are going to want to eat, and they want to eat better. The more income they have access to, right? So as countries develop, they want better access to higher quality foods. And we really play in that space, not only through Kent Nutrition Group, but through Kent Precision Foods Group with the products like Squincher and many others. And so we're really trying to help solve that need for how are we going to feed a really growing world.
Yeah, we need a lot of options, don't we? And
Yeah.
certainly for people that
that's
are
a great option.
Yeah,
It
this
is.
is super cool. You probably can't speak to anything that's coming out, but could you give me another Kent Precision example? I don't want to be the guy that spoils a big announcement, and certainly we're not going to do that as far as things coming down the pike, but Squincher Squeezer is a great example. Is there anything else that you could think of that we could share with folks that they might not be familiar with or understand that it's a Kent product?
Yeah, sure. I think one of the things that is interesting for folks to find out is that we have a lot of young families, myself included, who've liked to go to Disney and enjoy a cool treat.
Yeah.
And for them to understand that Dole Whip, that is sort of a cult tradition at Disney, is one of our products, is always really cool. I think they really enjoy that.
Wow, no
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah,
That's
so we're
cool.
big in soft serve.
Yeah.
That's a big area of business for Kent Precision Foods Group. They have many other, here at Hy-Vee, that's right, you'll see a lot of canning supplies, Mrs.
Sure.
Wages, which makes it really convenient to, you know, make make your pickles look like they spent
Right.
a lot of time, right? So that's all great stuff.
No, that's super exciting. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like I think if people is that it right there?
That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay, that's a great shot.
In fact, that's our new pineapple flavor right there.
How do you
Yeah.
know that?
Because I've had it. It's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
may have the inside
I
on
was going to
sampling,
say, if
right?
you ever need people to sample,
Yeah.
and you want to send us the show to Disney, we'd love to do Hy-Vee
There
Today
you
from Cinderella's Castle. Wouldn't that be
Right?
something? Right? Mickey
good.
Mouse might not be a great interview, but oh my gosh, that's fantastic. I've totally had that over the years, and I
Yeah.
did not realize that. A taste of
Yeah.
home, if you will.
It is.
Wow, that is so great. Yeah, this is just a good opportunity for people. You don't get out in front of the cameras that often because you're all hard at work, right?
That's
and it's
right.
not that it's about recognition, but it is important for people to understand that watch a show like this that here are some of the faces and the names behind good work that's happening in Muscatine. And Mark, the commitment with KNG Gives, again, that's a relationship with the community foundation that's still new, but it seems like you'll carry that
It's going
forward.
great, and
Yeah.
I guess I would encourage anybody in the school systems that knows, if there are backpack programs, if there are programs like that where, there are kids that are getting fed and that need fed. Get on Community Foundation website and fill out the grant. We have the granting process open right now, so right now is the time to get their application in, and we'll be selecting the winners in October, November.
What would you say, it's cliche, but I like to ask it because I think you both have unique positions. What would you say is the most rewarding part of what you get to do, Mark? And then we'll go to Carol.
It's great when you get to help the customers and, with like our Home Fresh products and,
Sure.
and you see people having success with things that they enjoy. If their passion is raising backyard chickens and they're having success with that, it's just very rewarding to be a part of that process. It's also rewarding to be part of the food chain. So we feed a lot of commercial cattle, commercial hogs, dairy. And so we are feeding America. Meat, milk, and eggs is what we say that we're involved in. So
Right.
It's empowering, for
It is.
sure, and it's really such an impact being felt. Carol, what about you? I mean, you have I feel like you have a really cool story. I mean, you have a background in animals, right?
That's right. So I actually got my roots in the feed division
Sure.
and worked on Mark's team and spent a lot of time at Kent Nutrition Group. And I feel very similar that I think we're honored to try to be a solution in that need for an ever-changing world, right? To provide a solution to help feed people. One of the things now in my current role in the human resources area for the organization is that I get to see what people make the connection with what they do and what they're doing in the larger world. And that is really cool. We have some of the most interesting folks in our organization. We have folks who've dedicated their whole career to Kent Corporation and Kent and their subsidiary companies. So we love to say that we like to have people for their long-term career.
Yeah.
And they understand, I think, through a real connection again to our core values of what we do and how we're making a difference. And that really is special.
It's such a great story that continues to be told 90 years later, and the future, of course, another 90 years, if not more, right? I mean, but again, think about it, family business that
That's
has
right.
blossomed into how many subsidiary companies or offshoots? I mean, there's...
Yeah, so 4 subsidiary companies. Kent Corporation is the parent company, and it includes Kent Nutrition Group, our legacy company. Then we have Kent Precision Foods Group, which we've mentioned already here today.
Sure.
We have Kent Pet Group, who's primarily in the pet litter business. Gage likes to say we make cats fun again. And you at Hy-Vee here have been supporting our World's Best Cat Litter brand on the shelf, so thank you for that. And then we also have Grain Processing Corporation.
Sure.
So yeah, we're a diversified, family-owned company, really, but in a lot of ways, all touching that food and food industries.
Yeah, it's got to be important to stay ahead of the pack when it comes to feeding these animals that are then, in turn feed the world. Like you said, I mean, our populations are not slowing down, so you have to keep, I don't want to say losing skill in certain natures, there's no days off or slow days in your
Right.
business. I mean, you don't want to. I imagine it's a very collaborative space, because that one suggestion or that idea that somebody contributes could really be the next big thing, so to speak, right?
It is. It's really an area of focus for us. In this last year, we started an entire new division called the Innovation Group, and really that's we feel like our greatest asset are our people, and that they have the power to really bring forward, as you mentioned, that next big idea. So we're really, really excited about what the potential for our Innovation Group can be. And the next freezer pop, the next big thing.
Right.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
It could be my idea that I sell
go.
at an affordable price, right?
There you go.
Or just, do you have a suggestion box? I always have a lot of good thoughts. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're always looking for that next
We're
big
open.
idea.
This is a nice way
Yeah.
of saying no, Tony. But you never know, right? I mean, listen, I don't really know a lot about what goes on, but I do think that when you are able to plug in creative people into roles, I mean, I'm sure that happens, Carol, where you have somebody that maybe doesn't know everything they need to for this one opportunity, but boy, they are, quick on their feet and creative minds.
Ideas come from everywhere,
Right.
I mean, they really do. Yeah, and we're blessed with some really great staff. Yeah.
And I love the story of someone starting their career at whether they're 18, 19, or 20 years old and being able to retire. I mean, guys, listen.
It's unusual.
It doesn't happen
Yeah.
a lot anymore that folks can find a job that will be their job for the rest of their life.
Right.
And that can be that rewarding.
And it's not
to
the
them.
same job, generally
Sure.
speaking,
Yeah.
right? It's a growth and development alongside an employee as they grow and develop with us, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
And as we make these trips to the plants, we've met fathers and sons working at the same plant.
Yeah.
We've
That
met,
is awesome.
and while we're in the third generation of ownership is in the company now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is for a career.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of families that are long term with the company, so it's great.
That's super exciting.
yeah,
right?
sort of generations, right?
Yep.
Generations passing the torch, so it's very
Yeah.
cool.
No, it's again the family owned part of it is just such a nice thing to be able to say and know that, because I'm sure that over the years there have been opportunities where larger companies have come in and said, hey, we'd like to purchase your business, and the Kent family's like, no, we're good.
Right.
Yeah, I really
You
can't
know.
speak to that, but I think in the culture today, family-owned, independently held companies are unique, and we're
Yeah.
certainly proud to be one.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, this country was built on the backs of people that were willing to take a chance, and
That's right.
And it's just wonderful. 2,000 employees says an awful lot about the health
Yeah.
of Kent overall, and the future again looks really good. Wow, that first picture that we saw, that's so great. Oh, it's a video. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right.
it's off our
Well, I'm
website.
glad that you guys came on. I feel like you have room. One of the pictures we looked at, I think it was that one. There's room for more, subsidiary companies to pop up.
More logos on that page?
More logos.
There you go.
Exactly. We still have some space. Mark Krieger, Carol Reynolds, thank you so much for being here. It's
Thank
great
you.
to chat with you.
Thank you,
again,
Tony.
if you're Ryan, the last thing I want to do, if we could, can we pull up the Community Foundation link again for KNG Gives? Because seriously, if you're watching this, and we do know that there's a need to feed children in Muscatine
Right.
County.
Yeah, please do.
You can help out, and it's as easy as connecting with the Community Foundation, and they couldn't be easier to work with. And we're so happy
Absolutely.
that Charlotte's
That's right.
there.
Great folks.
They
Yeah.
do. They have a really good
We have an
team.
opportunity really to take care of our kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we need to. And for a lot of us, sometimes you never have to worry about where your next meal is going to come from, and that's great. But just keep that in mind that's a real need that's going on right here in our backyard, and it drives me nuts, quite frankly. It doesn't sit well with me. I get like a little frustrated because I know that we can do better, and that's where
Right.
a KNG Gives steps up to the plate, and I'm glad that you guys are
We're
doing
proud
that.
to be part of the solution.
Yeah, they couldn't have said it better. Put that on a T-shirt, Carol.
Right?
That would be a
Yeah.
great T-shirt.
We are. We're very proud.
Just get me a 2XL if we do that, all right? KNG Gives, helping to fight childhood hunger. This is wonderful. So please get connected with them and check out Kent Feeds on Facebook, celebrating that 90th anniversary with some great pictures from the past and giveaways and a whole bunch of fun. So don't miss that. All right, let's go to CBI Bank and Trust aisle camera, which is at the front of the store. Sherry is working hard on this Friday. Jim Simmons is excited to see Sherry working hard up there. I don't think you'll laugh any harder than if you go through Sherry's register. And that's a customer right there that's going to enjoy a good fuel saver. Today's the day, today and tomorrow. Come into the store and get you all set up, right? I love it. All right, we're going to get Betsy to the Toyota Muscatine Cart Cam. Betsy, today is National Trail Mix Day amongst College Colors Day. So I think you know where some trail mix is. Is that correct? All right, so Betsy's going to show us where that's at. And we'll get Jim Simmons situated here. Thank you again, Mark. Thank you, Carol. Take care. Appreciate it. All right, so you're looking at the front of the store. Busy Friday. Feeling good. Looking forward to a great Labor Day weekend here at Hy-Vee. And once again, I'll show you some Hawkeye and Cyclone T-shirts that I have on the set because college football is back starting tomorrow. Don't forget the Hawkeye game is at 2:30. But right now we're looking for trail mix with Betsy, and she is in the right spot. Look at that. Betsy knows where her trail mix is inside Hy-Vee. That's exactly what she said, Jim. Betsy said that I think it might even have been last night she was doing some stocking of trail mix. Trail mix is one of those things that I feel like when I was younger, it didn't have like I don't want to say that that's an M&M, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like back in the day, not a lot of them had like the M&M in it. Now it seems like standard. Ooh, cranberry nut, look at that one.
It almost tastes like candy. Well, obviously the one that has the candy in it does, but the rest of it tastes really good too. Yeah.
You've been doing this longer than I have. Wasn't there just like one or two brands of trail mix back in the day? Now there's like 15 different kinds.
Yeah. Well, see, back in your day, there was trail mix. Back in my day, there wasn't even trail mix.
You had to buy everything and put it together.
Oh yeah, dude.
Mix it yourself.
Yeah, we never even did that. We didn't even know you could put that stuff together, right?
Somebody must have just spilled a bunch of bags together, and they just called it trail mix.
Yeah, it's kind of like that peanut butter chocolate thing.
That's
right. That was an accident.
What a happy accident.
Yeah, that's how trail mix was made.
Best accident ever. All right, so listen, we're gearing up. We got this big fuel saver that's going on. I mentioned that today is National College Colors Day, and here you go. Being equal opportunity, I'll put these closer. I don't want to show a bias, but today is Friday, and tomorrow college football is back. Iowa has 4 home games to start the season. Next Saturday, September 8th, this will be the matchup in Iowa City. These two teams going head-to-head, and it should be a good one. It's just a great time of the year, Jim, to have college football back.
Yeah, it is. I was at home, and I flipped the TV on, and I was going through the channels. Like, oh, my gosh, there's football on.
Right.
It's like, oh, I thought it was like, yeah, is that a real, or is that something from last year?
I know. Isn't it nice? It's really nice to have it back.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's this void when it's gone.
Yeah. It's weird because I don't really get into it that much, but when it's not around, it's kind of weird. Right. You know, it's kind of like, wow, nothing going on here.
Especially now that they'll play Thursday night college football games and even some Friday ones, but Saturday for sure.
Yeah.
So when it comes to, tailgating, I like the idea of this wing toss that Chef Tess is going to be doing because the game is at 2:30 tomorrow. That means, to me, knowing Iowa fans, they still might be there at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. or 6 a.m.
There'll be some probably for sure. Getting their spot. You got to get your spot.
I think it is all about the spot. But I think also if you're going to maybe wait till like 10 a.m. or 11, you could be fine too.
Oh, if you wait till 10 a.m., you might have to crash somebody's spot. But hey, yeah, go ahead,
You know what? If somebody showed up to my tailgating spot with Chef hand-spun chicken wings,
I'd probably let them in.
I would be, more than happy. So we're going to take a look. We have that tailgating headquarters ad because there's two things that just scream. Well, the whole thing screams tailgating to me, but certainly this wing toss and the party sub.
Yeah.
Right? So think about this. Chef Tess doing wings today, 5 to 7, tomorrow, 8 to 10 a.m. So we know that you're going to need stuff before you go to Iowa City. We're close enough, and nobody else is going to be having a professional chef put wings together or a 3-foot party. I mean, that would be the best tailgate ever, Jim, if you had chicken wings and a 3-foot party sub. Because I imagine Delmer and his crew will even cut it for you. So
they would. Sure they would.
That's the best.
I probably wouldn't cut it until I got there.
Okay.
Keeps that bread from drying out.
Sure.
You know, so I think that's a better way to take it. Wrap it up, take it down there, start whacking off chunks for people.
Yep.
They'll love you. And then the wings on top of it, yeah. I love the sandwich. A lot of people just don't realize how much meat and stuff is on that sandwich.
That's a big deal.
It definitely feeds quite a few people. So it's a great sandwich. And the wing toss, I think it's just going to be fun. We've never really done that yet.
Sure.
We haven't done it. So to give that a shot and see what happens, I'm kind of excited to see how that turns out. See how good. Let's just see how good Tess really is.
I'm sure.
Right?
I'm sure.
Yeah, tossing wings, that's not
Did
easy.
you see the size of the pork chops that she had last night? For that dinner? I mean, they were like that thick.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. It was almost like that's a real thing. So if we zoom out on that ad, Ryan, some other tailgating staples, Sturzing's potato chips,
Yep.
Prairie Farms dip, crab rangoon dip is almost too good to be true.
Yeah, that stuff's good stuff.
Because
we
if
got
you-
the wontons over there to go with
the
it.
wonton chips. So if you like crab rangoons, it's basically the same idea, except it's wonton chip and crab rangoon dip.
Exactly.
It is genius.
Exactly.
Sloppy Joe's, yep, another staple. Sour cream, put it on everything. I mean, if you're gonna have nachos, you need it.
Yeah.
And then here's where it gets crazy. So if you need a shirt, and I just showed you a couple examples, we have like 2 different styles, and I actually brought some of the ones that Ramona has in this ad. So the sideline shirts that you're looking at, you could get 4 short sleeve T-shirts, Iowa or Iowa State, 4 for $21, or 3 long sleeve shirts for $21. Now, I know a little bit about getting some college football apparel, and it is never that cheap.
No.
Ever. You're usually paying $21 for one shirt. So this is a long sleeve shirt. I got a long sleeve Iowa State and then short sleeve. So right here, this example, now it's not going to fit me because it's a medium, but this is $7.99.
It doesn't fit you yet?
Not yet.
Oh, I'm shocked.
The 2X yesterday felt pretty good.
Pretty good.
But here is a Hawkeye T-shirt for under $10.
Oh, dude, that's go to the
$7.99.
college place and buy one of those. When Kylie was playing, we'd try to find an Illinois shirt or Missouri shirt, wherever, because that's where she played. So
Right,
you got to
sure.
have one. Woo! Wasn't $21,
Uh-huh.
and let alone 3 for $21. So I mean, what a deal it is! And the shirts are really nice.
Oh, yeah.
I really like what we got going on up there, and
You-
Ramona and her team's done a good job going out and sourcing it.
Yeah, you can't go wrong just having a good variety. And again, Iowa State, no matter if you're going to Ames or if you're going to Iowa City, you can take advantage of that. And then just some wonderful deals. Wine and Spirits has been on fire lately.
Yep.
From Busch Light Tall Boys to Miller and Coors Light 24 packs and Captain Morgan at $13.99. And if we scroll over, Jim Beam and flavors. Again, Jim Beam used to just have Jim Beam.
Yeah.
Now they got Jim Beam Maple and Hot and Medium.
All of his brothers. All of his brothers.
The Beam Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I shouldn't ignore the boneless wings because they're staring right at me and they're whispering my name.
Yeah. I'm excited about the whole wing. I'm really excited about Tess. I want to see how she does this.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to do my wings,
Yeah.
and it'd be interesting to see how she does
It's
that.
tough to get the sauce because you still want to taste the chicken wing itself.
Right.
You don't want to just get overwhelmed with sauce.
Yeah.
You know?
And to get the sauce on right.
Yeah.
I mean, when you say
A
wing
nice
toss, what do you mean by
coating.
that? You throwing the wings
That
in the air?
means that each wing that you pick up should have equal parts sauce
Right.
on it. And that means you'll have equal parts sauce on your fingers. So that's okay, though. I mean, just don't do the move if you get like a hot wing and then you're done eating it and then you do this move.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a
that's
sudden
not
your
smart.
eye's burning. How many times has that happened to me in my life? Too many. Why is my eye burning? Oh, because I got buffalo finger. Right?
Too
Now
many? Seriously?
Too many times, yeah.
One would be too many. So if you made that
Well,
mistake once, that would be too many.
Sometimes I get excited when wings come to the table, and then I'm a blue cheese guy. I don't
Oh,
know
me
where-
too.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
all the way,
All right.
baby.
That's good.
I'm not a big ranch guy at all. I'm all about blue cheese.
I can do ranch, but it's got to be like that buttermilk. I almost want to see somebody like in the 1800s making the ranch to know.
There
that
was
it's-
Have you ever heard of Quaker State?
Yeah.
It's a restaurant.
Okay.
They do wings, and they have the best ranch I've ever had.
Wow.
And I will eat that ranch, but other than that,
Blue
then it's-
cheese is the way to go.
Yeah, it is for me too.
Yeah, it's a nice balance sometimes.
I agree.
All right, Ryan Broderson. So we talked about this fuel saver that's going on today. Let's pull up that graphic so we can show everybody what we're talking about. People that shop at this store, Jim, each month they are saving, even if it's just an individual, at least, $100 a month. Probably more if they shop with us all the time.
Yeah.
That's the Fuel Saver flyer. I want that Labor Day Fuel Saver ad. But the Fuel Saver Flyer is a good example. So if you took the Fuel Saver Flyer in your hand and you understood that today and tomorrow, if you spent $50, you get 25 cents.
Right.
And then you came in tomorrow and you got that 3-foot party sub with a 25-cent fuel saver. Pretty soon, the price at the gas
Adds
pump
up.
is not.
Right.
I mean, you might be paying less than $1 per gallon. So this is what we're talking about, right? Spend $50, get 25 cents, right?
Yep. And it's stackable.
Yes,
so
it
you
can add up
just
quick.
Go, baby, go. You get, I mean, this is what our customers really, the people that use Fuel Saver, this is what they're waiting for. They love this thing. We did the same thing last year. It was crazy. You can already see a lot of people in the store this morning. They know what this is all about. They know how it works.
I was going to say, they know the deal. So think about that, y'all. $150 in my house. We do that in the blink of an eye with kids and
there'll be
needing
a
things.
lot of people just in the next 2 days walk out of there with free gas.
Right.
You know, they'll have 20 gallons and it won't cost them a penny.
It's
And
unbelievable
Yeah.
to watch it. I was excited last week. I had 39 cents off a gallon. I thought that was a big deal. That's nothing compared to what people are going to save today.
You're going to do that in the first $50.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it works. So
It's going to happen, and you're going to feel so good about it.
Yeah.
So please come in and see us today and tomorrow for that right here at
and
Hy-Vee.
it doesn't happen very often. We run it 2 days.
I was going to
It's
say.
usually a one-day deal because it's very aggressive. I mean, that's when you start putting the math to it, you're like, how do you afford that? Well, sometimes we just need people to come see us, and
That's
we just
right.
lose a little money. Well, it's kind of where we're at, you know. But it's a great program, and people love it, and we want to help. I love to see my total at the end of the month, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't gave you the total for August yet. I'll have to get that to you. But July was over $80,000 that people saved at our gas pumps, and
Unbelievable.
I think it's super cool. I love using it. There's nothing more fun for me, and I don't even do the 25 on 50. I very seldom do ever do that, and it's always fun to go out to the gas pump and say, okay, I walk in, I always pay inside because I want my nickel.
That's right.
And you walk in and you know how much it was at the pump, and then they tell you what your total is, and it's like,
best
oh,
feeling
that was
ever.
pretty good. I saved $10 or I saved $15, and it's always 10 or $15 for me, and it's just a big deal.
It's exciting to watch people take pictures of the receipts and have fun with it for sure. Last graphic that I want to show before we talk about some high school football is NFL football. So Bears-Packers, Sunday, September 9th at Lambeau.
Yes.
In the Gatorade Suite.
Yes.
Raffle tickets being sold. So listen, folks. You're probably a Bears or probably a Packers fan, so you could spend $5 or you get 5 tickets for $20, and that could put you in the Gatorade Suite at Lambeau Field. I don't even know the cost. I'm saying easily. Somebody told me you can't even really get a regular ticket for less than $100. So these might be worth $200 a pop.
Yeah. This is a
if not
cool deal.
more.
When Gatorade came to us and said, hey, you got some tickets, you need to pick. And I said, well, what are my choices? And they said, well, we got something in Minneapolis, we got something in Kansas City, and we have something in Green Bay. And I said, you don't have anything in Chicago?
Right.
You know, because we got a lot of Bears fans. And he goes, well, it's Chicago at Green Bay. I go,
Oh my gosh.
okay, how can it get any better than that?
It's a huge game.
Yeah, so I'm super pumped about this. And this is one of our fundraisers to send somebody over the edge.
Right.
You know, we're trying really hard to send. We would really like to have as much money come in yet today, because what we do have today, we're going to turn in today.
Gotcha.
So far, just because anything raised
right. For the month of August is matched.
matched.
Yeah.
So we want to take that money now and get it down there so it's matched. So they're matching it. So this is a big deal. Come in, buy your ticket. This is a real deal. If you're just keep in mind, you got to be free that day.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
So start planning that you're going to buy a ticket and win. Right. And be ready for the ninth, because this is a cool deal. I've never had the opportunity to give tickets this good away.
No,
ever.
These are unbelievable seats. I mean, it's in a suite. These are 2 tickets in a suite to watch a Bears-Packers game at Lambeau next Sunday, September 9th. So like Jim said, and I have a lot of friends that I have sent text messages to that are diehard Packers and Bears fans and said, you could just go drop $100 and I'm not saying you're going to win, but you'll increase your odds. That's a picture from the Gatorade Suite.
There it is.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, it probably has its own bathroom, so you don't have to wait in line. You're not going to have a winter hat on because it's going to be September 9th.
Yeah. This is the best seats in the house. I mean, this is going to be pretty darn good. I wish I could go. I think it'd be great.
Oh
but
my gosh, what a cool experience.
We didn't set it up that way. I don't know why. No, I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
well, next time. But and then it's right. So this Over the Edge, October 19th.
Yes.
myself and Mark Heidelball, who works in the meat department, we're planning on going over the side of the Laurel building.
That's correct.
Which is very high up there, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Way up there. And then all the proceeds from that day go to Big Brothers Big Sisters and Special Olympics in Muscatine County. I don't want to say that I have favorite organizations in town, but certainly I've done a lot for both, and anything that I can personally do to support them, and Hy-Vee has always been there for them. So this is and the first time this event has ever happened. They just had an Over the Edge in Davenport where people were going down the side of the Hotel Blackhawk. So this is cool. This is a thing that's going around to different areas, and to have it in Muscatine is really exciting.
Yeah, and I think we're going to have a huge turnout. It's sounding super great. Wouldn't it be great to be even better than the big cities?
Yes.
I think that's super cool. I think we picked the right groups, like you mentioned, and I'm excited about that. Don't forget about the Chamber Ambassadors. They're a part of that. There's 3 groups, so I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be great. And we have our work cut out. We got to raise some money for you two to get over the edge. And the football tickets, that's going towards it. I think the football tickets could almost get you there alone.
I would love to be able to say that. Yeah.
I think those tickets are so good that if you're at all a football fan, it'd be worth the chance.
Yeah, right. It's more than a chance. I mean, get ahead of the competition and come in if you're a Bears fan, or if you know someone in your family that's Bears Packers, and maybe their birthday's coming up. Throw $20 in there and give them 5 chances to win.
There you go.
Or double it down.
That's a good way to do it. I like that. My birthday's coming up.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, but somebody else can win it and give it to me. That'd be cool.
My birthday's next Wednesday, Ryan Broderson. I want Bears tickets.
What? When's yours?
September 5th.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine's the 3rd.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, buddy. We're real close.
You're a Labor Day baby.
Yeah. Well,
take the day off.
I am this year.
Yeah.
I don't know what
you get
I was.
the day off. Do you know that?
Yeah, no.
No?
You know how that rolls.
That's right. Yeah. I'm learning. No, it makes I just, hey, listen. This place only closes one day a year. That's Christmas, right?
That's right.
And Jim's birthday.
Right. We do close Thanksgiving, about 2 o'clock-ish, 1 o'clock-ish. Yeah.
I'll be staying in the store. I'm going to lock myself in on Thanksgiving, just sampling different
We can
pies.
do that for you.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Your wife and kids will appreciate it.
I'm sure they would. High school football tonight. This is exciting.
Yes.
There's a lot of games going on. I have it written down over here. So Wilton is hosting Northeast at 7 o'clock. Durant goes to North Cedar. Solon comes to West Liberty. Cedar Rapids, Jefferson at Muscatine. Kickoff around 7:30 on that. L&M goes to Van Buren. Vinton Shellsburg comes to Tipton, and West Branch takes on Wapello. So another sign that school's back. The seasons will be changing. Muskies started off their season with a win last week. They're feeling good. And we've had some great highlights from that game, and it was awesome to talk to Muskie head football coach Jake Mueller on this show Monday.
Yeah.
They're feeling really good, and it's just, Jim, that time of the year. I enjoy high school football. The kids are super passionate. They've been working out hard, and we need people to go to all those different games in the area.
High school is just pure honest football.
Yeah.
You know, they're just out there to play hard and win, and it's just, I love the non-professional sports. It's so much more fun.
Yeah, I was
so
going to
much
say,
more fun.
The coaches and the teams, they're just gearing up for a great season. And you think about these kids that are playing high school football that have a lot to manage with going to school and then getting ready for things like homecoming and just life in general, and then getting together on a Friday or Thursday night and playing ball. It's some of the memories that they'll cherish forever. And that's what Jake, the head coach, always says, is he tries to tell these seniors, listen, you potentially only have 9 games left that you'll be playing football ever. For some, right?
Yeah.
That's a wild thing to think about. Are these some highlights from Muskie Express? So
did you play sports, Tony, when you were in school at all?
Yes.
Did you?
And
Yeah.
it's just, you see these moments with these kids, and for some of them, they'll never play again, and that's okay.
Yeah.
For others, they'll go on, but the friendships and bonds that you make.
Yep. I can remember those. I know what that coach is saying, because you remember, oh, man, I remember that last game.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was a heartbreaker, man, because I loved to play.
Sure.
And I knew I wasn't going to play, at the next level.
Yeah.
And just to know that it was was just so bummed. So you have to cherish these things.
Yeah.
You really do. And kids this age don't really understand that.
Well,
like,
that's just it. When
know?
I talk to young people, I try and tell them that it goes by quickly without being depressing, because it's not a bad thing. It's just the reality is you start high school, and the next thing you know, you're done. And to be able to start the season, this is, again, some highlights from Muscatine. They started with a win.
Yes.
That's always good. Set the tone, and then gear up. And tonight's another tough opponent with Cedar Rapids Jefferson. And, I hope the weather cooperates. I always try and glance out the windows across the side of the store, and
It's supposed to rain a little bit this morning,
Okay.
to like 2 o'clock, and then it's supposed to take a break, and I think we'll get the game in. Is
Good.
what it's saying. So
That's exciting.
hopefully that's the truth. You know, and-
sophomore game, and then varsity around 7:30. And I don't know if there's anything better, Jim Simmons, than sitting watching a high school football game or even college football with a hooded sweatshirt on. I mean, it's just that's it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's I like fall. I would like to have a
I
fall
love
season
fall.
and not go from like summer to winter.
Yeah,
You know?
I love spring and
Yeah.
summer and fall, and that's
Give
all
us
I
a
gotta
season.
say about that.
That's right. And we're gonna be snowbirds.
Oh, I know.
But listen, last weekend, I'm telling you, you put a pack of these in your freezer when it's 90 degrees or 80 degrees. We talked about this with our friends from Kent. This stuff
Oh.
is incredible.
It is incredible.
It's an electrolyte pop. It's like a healthy popsicle.
Yeah, I was talking to
You know?
Wild Jimmy Kent because he was in and he got me a little freezer and stuff.
Yeah.
And to come to find out, this stuff is super hydrating. They have these, you know, he was telling me how they got this going was, and their biggest customer is in like first aid kits.
Wow.
So think about that. That's how good
Wow.
this stuff is. They're actually put those in first aid kits in businesses.
Yeah.
You know, so if all of a sudden somebody's not hydrated or dehydrated, they can give them one of those and boom, it helps, you know. So this isn't just a popsicle. This is actually something that keeps you going, you know, and keeps you hydrated. And so I think it's super cool. There's some other things that they make that we're going to bring in, and we have just sold tons of these.
Yeah.
I mean, now that people know what they are, I think people look for them and stuff. So I think it's pretty cool.
It's a fun story, the Squincher Squeezer. And again, when Ragbri finished in Muscatine a couple years ago, that was my first.
Easy,
Caught it.
Easy. Yep.
That was
see?
my first
He did play
experience.
football.
Somebody handed me one. And it was awesome because it was hot that day when Ragbri came through.
Yep.
And Squincher Squeezer has a good presence at events like Ragbri because guess what? It makes sense.
Yeah.
And if, you know, tailgating is a little hot and humid tomorrow, keep this in mind.
Yeah,
Right?
take it along.
Amongst
yes.
your chicken wings and your crab rangoon dip
Yes.
and your Bush lattes.
Yeah, if you have too many Bush lattes, this is a great
Right.
rehydrator.
I was going to say. And there you go right there.
There it is. That is super cool.
Squincher Squeezers, professional grade hydration. It's a pretty cool story. Again, have that local connection.
I love that part.
Doesn't happen that often.
I agree.
So check it out. All right. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me
Fun
on.
weekend ahead here. And Monday, we're going to talk to Sam Kester. This is another local person, right? Sam is a local guy that a couple years ago started this event called the River City Throwdown. It's 12 hours of music, and all the proceeds go to the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter.
That's sweet.
That's a good story, and there's so many people that have good stories like that. And again, Sam is he's played drums in a couple bands. He's got a family, got a kid on the way. A couple years ago, decided how can I help out the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter? 12 hours of music.
Yes.
At the Pearl City Station, that red brick building along the river, September 29th. There it is right there. I didn't even ask Ryan to pull it up. That's perfect. It's bands that are volunteering their time, including William Elliott Whitmore, who's incredibly well known. It's a super fun event, and it helps out the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter.
So if you go listen to music, is it like a donation, or does it cost
I think
to
it's
get
$10,
in,
and
or
you
is it
could come and
something
go
like-
as you
okay.
need to.
Oh,
like
that's
you
cool.
could show up at, I think they start at like 11 or noon, and then you could bounce back, do something. They have bands till midnight.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
That's why I love this show. We talk about all the good.
Yeah,
You
and that's
know?
and that's
And
the,
that's
and it's
good
the good
stuff.
people too, right?
Yeah.
So I'll have Sam Monday, and then in a week or so we'll bring in Judy Yates, who runs the shelter, and Judy will talk about how an event like that can help. But then she'll also be able to say that right now they need X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to do. And that's what Mark Krieger talked about, and Carol Reynolds from Kent Nutrition in Kent. They said that KNG Gives partnered with the Community Foundation because they know that 20% of kids in Muscatine County are hungry.
Right.
20%. I'm fortunate. My kid's school, my oldest son's school, somehow, I don't know how this happened, but they got free breakfast and lunch. So isn't that wonderful? I think there's like 3 or 4 schools in Muscatine this year that are able to feed kids a free breakfast and a free lunch.
Free lunch.
But that's still, unfortunately, as great as that is, it's ultimately not enough.
Not enough.
But
It's-
people like Mark Krieger and Carol Reynolds and Gage Kent, they understand that you can't just operate in a community and run a business and not be connected to it.
Got to take care of it.
And
That's
you can
right.
see that because if a business is not involved in the community, they're usually not around that long.
Yeah.
Kent's been doing it 90 years.
Yeah.
So
Think
they
about
understand that.
Gosh, that's
H&I
crazy.
understands that.
You know how many businesses actually make it 100?
Not too many, I'm
It's
guessing.
like 0.008.
Wow.
You think
Wow.
about that, all the business in the world, and that's all that's made it.
Is
to the
Hy-Vee
100.
coming up on 100?
Yeah. That's why I know that
85 was recent, not that long ago,
Yeah,
right? 85th
yeah.
anniversary was
We got
recent.
like 13 years left or
Wow.
12. And when you do that, you think about it. And that's how I knew the number, because our CEO put it up, and he goes, if we, to make it to 100, this is all that makes it. And
Right.
anything can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it could happen tomorrow, and things
Sure.
can change. And it's
Sure.
like, you see, look at some of the businesses around the world, how they're not in business anymore, and they've been around forever. So you have to cherish that just a little bit. And being
Yeah.
around 90 years is a big deal.
It's a huge deal, and it's
Yes.
a great story to tell. And that's the thing. There's a lot of good stories to tell. 88 years. Wow. That's
That was right on the money.
fantastic.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Right on the money.
Yeah.
88 years in business. Woo! And 85,000 employees. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yep.
And every
Yep.
single
And growing.
every single Hy-Vee definitely cares about their community, just like we do here.
That's
all
right.
right, we'll get Jim out of here. There's
Thanks, dude.
people all over the store. We got to wrap this show up and pack
Yeah.
it all away because
Yeah.
somebody might need a Lowry's seasoned salt.
They want to take it to the
Spice Rack.
tailgate. I
That's
got to get
right.
out of the way.
They want to get tailgating. All right, so let's take a look up front if we could. And there you go. It's busy. Yep, we'll do team staffing job board in just a second. Again, today, National College Colors Day, National Trail Mix Day, and also National Matchmaker Day. Matchmaker, make me a match. Let's get some matches for any single people that are on this show. Which is not me, but, maybe there's single people on this show. Betsy says, call me. To all the fellas out there. All right, I'm holding up Hawkeye and Cyclone shirts because we've got shirts. Hy-Vee has groceries and beer and chicken wings and Ziploc containers and other things that I can see around me, Dark Horse wine. But if you're going tailgating or you're just going to watch the game at home like I am and you don't have a Hawkeye shirt, that's me. I'm going to get one, and I'm excited about it. And keep in mind, we have some shirts. These are like $12.99, the ones I just showed you, affordable. And then $7.99. This shirt is $7.99. Don't miss it. All right, team staffing job board, and then I got to talk about the car show briefly, if we can have that on standby, please. That's this Sunday. Okay, machine operator with forklift opening, Team Staffing Solutions. You talk about a great story. How about the fact that Team Staffing Solutions, started by Craig Utley, has over, I'm going to say 1,500 people at work right now. They help people find jobs. That's a great story. They bring us the job board Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and this is an opening that Mary has at 563-316-7634. $12 an hour. Start as soon as you pick up the phone and get a good job with Team Staffing. Katie. First and second shift CNC. Pay is based on experience. So if you're an experienced CNC operator, call Katie at 563-316-7639 or careers at teamssi.com. And last but not least, Katie also has an accounting clerk looking for a job. Katie can help. And the whole crew at Team Staffing, Lake Park Boulevard across from Happy Joe's, Team Staffing Solutions, the job board Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on Hy-Vee Today with yours truly. Sunday, car show in the Hy-Vee parking lot. Bring your car, bring your truck, bring your Jeep, bring your van, bring your motorcycle, scooter, golf cart. You know what's sad? And I know that it's not being used. One of the things that I miss about my former job is that we had a golf cart, and there's no way that thing's being used. There's no way. Mainly because not a lot of people work there anymore, but it's just not being used, and it makes me sad because I love that golf cart. I should just go grab it. I don't know if that would be considered stealing if it's not being used. Is it stealing? First annual Hy-Vee Cruisin' Car, Truck, Bike Show, ready to rock and roll this Sunday in the parking lot. If it has wheels and you're proud of it, bring it out. $10 entry fee for participants. We'll donate all that money to the University of Iowa Children's Stead Family Hospital, so you're going to make a difference. Registration at 10:30. Live music from your boy right here, DJ Tone T, DJ Two Tone, DJ Former Fat. That could be my DJ name, DJ Formerly Fat. What do you think? DJ Not As Large, DJ Awkwardly Skinny Neck but Still Fathead. What do you think? Do you like that? I say that with all due respect. By the way, I'm saying that about myself. So don't feel bad for me. I'm feeling good. 76 pounds down. All right. Thank you for watching Hy-Vee Today. Thanks to Mark Krieger, Vice President and Marketing with Kent Nutrition Group. Thanks to Carol Reynolds, VP of HR and Communications with Kent Corporation. People doing good work in this town deserve a spotlight, and that's what we're doing right here on Hy-Vee Today. Please email me. Please bring me a flyer. Stop me in the store. Call me if you need something. If we should talk to someone that you know, put them on this show. Help out. HyVeeToday@gmail.com, 563-264-2420, or stop by and see us. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust. Thanks to Toyota of Muscatine and our friends at Team Staffing. This is Tony Tone wishing you a happy and safe Labor Day weekend. Good luck to your favorite college sports team. Consider having a squincher, squeezer, and come see us here at Hy-Vee and save money at the gas pump. Goodbye, friends.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions? Comments? Know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.